to read, and it's a projectable book. The title is Down by the Barn. Can you read the title?
Down by the barn.
And in this story, we're going to learn about a scarecrow and a lot of different animals that are down by the barn. Now, we've been practicing a lot of reading skills, haven't we?
Yes.
And today, we are going to practice word solving and using 3 sources of information. We're doing this so that we can better understand the story. When you're reading a story, in order to understand it, you always have to ask yourself questions when you come to a word you don't know. The first question you want to ask yourself is, does this make sense? What do we ask ourselves?
Does this make
So
sense?
you have to think about what's happening in the story and if that word even makes sense. The second question you have to ask is, does this sound right? What's the second question you ask?
Does it sound right?
Because if it doesn't sound right, you have to go back and try another word because reading has to make sense and it has to sound right. The third question good readers always ask themselves is, does this look right? What's our third question?
Does this look right?
So, today we're going to practice using these 3 sources of information and asking ourselves those 3 questions so that we can solve some words in this story. Now, what do you think we might see or read about in the story Down by the Barn? Let's make some predictions. What do you think, Travion? Maybe it'll be a barn. Maybe that'll be the setting of the story. Mia Bella. I do see the scarecrow sitting on something or riding something. We got to find out what that is. Now, in this story, I'm going to have some words that are covered up. And we're going to have to try to guess that word and see what would make sense, what would sound right, and what would look right. You ready to read?
Yes.
Okay, there's the title. Can you read it again?
Down by the barn.
And the author is Will Hillebrand. There's the title again. Read it.
Down by the barn.
Very good. I see a big red barn. If you've ever been to a barn before, raise your hand. Or a farm. So a lot of us have experiences with that. Ooh, I love the slant that you're sitting in. Down by the barn, early in the morning, see the little all in a row. Now here's a word that is covered up. I've got to think about what's happening in the picture. It says, see the little blank all in a row. When I look at the picture, I see these things all in a row. Cars. Down by the barn, early in the morning, see the little cars all in a row. Well, that doesn't really make sense because cars drive on a street. So, raise your hand if you think you can make a prediction about what word that might be based on what you see in the picture. Maziah, what do you think that word could be? Let me read it with wagons and see if that makes sense. Down by the barn, early in the morning, see the little wagons all in a row. Does that make sense? What's happening in the picture?
Yes.
Those look like wagons to me. They have 4 wheels and they have a handle. Now I have to also think that sounds right because wagons has more than one, and I see 2 of them in the picture. But I also have to ask myself, does that look right? So if this word was wagons, what is the first sound you hear on wagons? So what letter would you expect to see?
W.
Let's uncover it and see. Does that look right?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think the second letter would be in wagons? What sound does A make? Let me move it over. Were we right?
Yes.
Yes. Let's see if that word is wagons. Were we right?
Yes.
Down by the barn, early in the morning, see the little wagons all in a row. That makes sense, that sounds right, and that looks right. Let's keep going. See the tractor driver pull his little lever. Puff, puff, click, clank, off we go. And a lever is just a little handle. You see that handle that his hand is on? He's pulling that lever to make it go. Down by the early in the morning, see the little calf waiting to go. See the tractor driver pull his little lever. Now I've got to think about what is going to make sense. I'm looking at my picture. I see the tractor driver pulling his lever in a wagon. But over here, I see some animals. I see a big old cow and a little calf. Down by the blank early in the morning. What would make sense in that sentence, Sydney? She says barn. Down by the barn early in the morning, see the little calf waiting to go. Now, barn makes sense, but I also have to think, does that make sense based on what's happening in the picture? And in my picture, I see wagons, I see a tractor, I see a cow, and a calf. But I don't see a barn in this picture. Now, I do see that word, which is what? Calf. And there's a little calf right there. So I have to think, what is that calf standing by that would make sense in that picture? I see a cow. Let me try it with cow. Down by the cow, early in the morning, see the little calf waiting to go. That makes sense because the calf is standing by the cow. But I also have to think what would look right. If that word was cow, what's the first sound you hear? What's the first sound you hear in cow? What letter would that start with? Let me move it over to see if we're... Do we see a C? Yes. What is the second sound that you hear in cow? Owl. What are the two letters that make the owl sound? Let's see if that looks right. Does that look right? Yes, but now I'm looking all the way to the end of the word, and I see an S. So that word is cows. Does that make sense? Based on the picture? Because we don't see just one cow. How many do we see? We see two cows, and the little one is called a what? Is called a calf. Let's come back to this story after specials, and let's quietly walk to line up. Devontae, can you bring me that phone, please?
Good job, Devontae.